You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes. Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tough and Alex Bott.
They met on Saturday before.
They met with our witness, and then the man came back, and I sat in the hallway while he sat with Jody Little, the prosecutors in the LAPD's office. Tell me how there's no fingerprints. My God Almighty, I call heaven and earth to be a record today. That Rock Nation, you will crumble. I am an apostle of God,
That's right.
and you will know who I am.
That's right. Say that, man. Come on, man.
Yo, face. Show your face, please, with sugar on top.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, the time is finally here where the quote we always use have basically come to fruition, and the quote-unquote conspiracy theorists are up one once again. In which I always tell y'all the only thing that separates a conspiracy theory from the truth is time. And if you've been here long enough, when we used to go live, y'all know we've been saying this and been putting the truth out there about what happened to Meg, and that industry having people on payroll to push narratives, but of course, y'all said it was all conspiracy theories. But what do you do when one of those insiders or big media companies who actually come out and tell y'all that yes, the conspiracy theories are in fact true? Now, of course, it's always going to be them people that no matter how much truth is in their face, they're going to go against it because it's not what they deem normal. However, if it quacks like a duck, they say it's a duck. And if someone comes out and tell you that they are being paid, as well as other big media platforms to push a narrative, then no matter how much you like somebody, at some point you got to pay attention. With all that being said, DJ Vlad have just dropped a bombshell on social media, exposing that he was basically paid to lie and push a narrative about the Tory Lanez Meg situation, also stating that Jay-Z and Rock Nation was behind it. Now, these are things we already knew, but he said that it was sarcasm later on. I guess he either got a call or maybe he's just trying to cover his tracks. Either way, after him, another popular journalist / podcaster, Danza Project, will go on to also say that he had to alter his content when he interviewed Kelsey, which was the only interview that she did at the time. Now, the sad part is there's still going to be people that don't think that this is true. Why? Because not only is it Jay-Z, it's Rock Nation, and this is not something that's normal. But here's the question. How many things are going to be said about this man or just that whole situation in general before people actually starts believing it? But here's what we're going to do. We're going to go over a few things pertaining to the Meg and Tory situation, and then also go over what DJ Vlad had to say about everything, and I want to know what y'all think at the end. Now before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it.
Not long ago, Unite the People was approached by a gentleman named Bradley James. Mr. James informed us he was working as the bodyguard and driver for Ms. Kelsey Harris during Mr. Peterson's trial. As such, he was in close proximity and he had privy to conversations she was having with her husband and others. Mr. James informed us he was not under a non-disclosure agreement or a confidentiality agreement and was free to speak with Unite the People, and that he was doing it because his conscience would not let him not speak and leave a man in prison for something he did not do. Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Ms. Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times, Mr. Peterson grabbed her arm and knocked it down, and the gun fired 2 more times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody, never even touched that gun, never fired the gun. This statement aligns with the statement of the only non-party witness to the case, Mr. Sean Kelly, who at trial testified he saw 2 women fighting, 2 men break up the fight, 1 man grabbed the other one's arm. Gunshots came from the passenger side.
Now this all started when Kelsey's bodyguard would come out, and I guess suddenly wanted to speak up and give us his truth concerning what really happened between Tory and Meg. He says that Tory wasn't the one that shot her, but instead, Kelsey did. As I think we already knew. Aside from the witness stating that he heard 2 women arguing, us seeing pictures of Kelsey looking straight distraught as she had been in the fight that night, and then Tory not even having any gunpowder residue on him should have been enough indication and made him free of this case. However, when the false powers that be are targeted and working against you, it's not much you could do when you're put in a situation set up for you to lose from the beginning. At one point in time, you couldn't log into social media without seeing Tory Lanez slander on every huge platform by the hour. And if you were like us, who went live multiple times saying that something isn't right, then you will feel like something is fishy. However, popular journalist DJ Vlad will come out and shock the world by admitting that he was paid off, allegedly, to push the narrative that Tory was guilty despite knowing the truth. He would take to his Instagram to come out and expose what had been allegedly going on, as he would take to a post and say, quote, "I have a confession. Roc Nation has been paying me to support Megan. They also paid off all the jury members to convict Tory. And they bribed the judge too. Jay-Z did a verse for his grandson's new album. They paid off Megan's doctor to lie about the bullet fragments. She was never shot. The LA police are all on Jay's payroll, and it doesn't stop with LA, but you're not ready to hear that part. The Mexican guy who stabbed Tory, who do you think paid him to do that? You already know the answer to that. The 3 Supreme Court judges who denied Tory's appeal, all paid off by the Roc Mafia. Jay also paid Trump not to pardon Tory. Even though it's a state case, Trump can only pardon federal cases. But knowing Trump likes to bend the rules, Jay wasn't taking any chances. I can't keep these lies secret anymore. If this was my last tweet, you know who silenced me. Then in the caption, it said, "This may be my last post." Now this is a post that started on Twitter first, and before that he would tweet saying, quote, "I'm seeing news reports that Kelsey's bodyguard came forward and said that Kelsey shot Megan, not Tory Lanez. The only problem is that Kelsey's bodyguard wasn't actually bodyguarding her the night of the shooting. His testimony is based on a conversation he claimed he heard. 98% of appeals fall through. This isn't going to overturn Tory's conviction. If this were actually true, Tory should have taken a stand and said it. Also, the story doesn't match up with the jail call of Tory apologizing to Kelsey. You're an idiot if you think that someone sitting in jail is going to apologize to the person who put them there. And why would the shooter even do a jail call with the person who is being charged with their crime?" Now, I don't know about y'all, but it seemed like Vlad has been hell-bent on convincing the world that Tory did in fact shoot Meg. Every time something or someone come out and say that Tory Lanez didn't do this or didn't do that when it comes to Meg, he makes it his business to get on his platform and give you a bunch of reasons why he feels Tory did. That's always been weird to me. And yes, the last post did seem like he was being sarcastic. However, we're not gonna sit here and act like any of that stuff isn't actually a thing. And when people say things like you're an idiot for thinking this or you're dumb for thinking that, majority of the time that's a manipulation tactic to sway you to believe that you're wrong. And in most cases it worked, because then you start saying things to yourself like, you know what, that was kind of stupid of me to think, or that doesn't make sense, and blah blah blah, but solely because it's not logical or it's simply not the norm. But that don't mean you're wrong. And there's a lot that went on in that case that just doesn't make sense, but of course, it's their job to make you think otherwise. It's one of those situations where they put the truth in plain sight, knowing that you wouldn't think they would do so. Therefore, you wouldn't think that it's actually true. Get it? Anyway, after it went viral and everyone has been talking about what he said, Vlad will be called on stream, and he stated to everyone that he was basically just being sarcastic.
Okay, so I saw your tweets about Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Is everything okay? Are you in a safe spot?
Man, people just do not know sarcasm, do they? It's just, sarcasm really just goes over people's heads. It really surprises
Okay, so you're trolling.
I'm so trolling.
Okay, so what's the purpose of this? Is it
Jay did a verse on the judge's grandson's album. Like,
okay?
how is this not obvious?
Yeah, the timing is strange because now he's getting revealed in the Epstein files. So I'm sure and especially a lot of people do see how Tory Lanez is innocent.
I guess, man. Do they really? I mean, he was convicted by 12 jurors. His appeal has been denied. Like, come on.
You don't actually,
Really?
you think that Megan Fox is the one, you think that he shot her in the foot?
Megan Stallion? He said Megan Fox.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about, so
He shot her too?
no.
Now you have people like this user that will stay quote, I don't know why you would post this, knowing that people are going to take it seriously. Obviously, those of us with half a brain know it's sarcasm, but that's only like 25% of the nation. The other 75% think this is true, which is ironic because there was a time when that same 75% of people said that aliens existed and it was just a conspiracy theory back then. But look how that played out. But just think also, half of the stuff we found out in those Epstein files were basically conspiracy theories at one point in time, and now look, same goes for the Diddy case. But on the flip side, you have those, including myself, that feels like this user that would stay quote. I know you call yourself trying to be sarcastic or funny, but a good amount of this is true. And that's a fact. Now, one, I don't know why he would even think it'd be a good idea to post this unless he just wanted attention. And he claims he was being sarcastic, but Vlad is way too old to be making sarcastic posts like this for literally no reason. And the fact that he's being sarcastic, as he calls it, in situations like this, knowing that those things actually do happen, says a lot. But that's what they do. Whenever someone speaks against the industry, point out the weird things that take place, they're labeled crazy, or people act like it don't happen by trolling or being sarcastic, as DJ Vlad would call it. Or they just make you feel crazy for believing a quote-unquote conspiracy theory. As for everything else, y'all, of course we can't prove any of the stuff to be actually true, but based off what we see in the details of what that whole situation involved with Tory, we know that something just ain't right. And whether Vlad confirms anything, we do know that blogs and companies are paid to push narratives, whether they're true or not. Recently, DJ Academics just came out and admitted that he was paid by someone on Lil Baby's team to basically not trash one of his albums, but instead speak positive about it. And when it comes to them paying off law enforcement, judges, and etc., well, Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez's daughter, Damori Hadley, mentioned this already about them in the past when she would accuse them of targeting her husband. So once again, none of this is far-fetched, and if you ask me, I believe everything he said, whether he wants to admit that it was real or not. Now, interesting enough, Vlad says he was being sarcastic, but it seems like his confession prompted another popular journalist / podcaster, Danza Project, to confess something concerning Meg and Tory also. So I guess Danza is also being sarcastic as well. So even if you do believe Vlad was being sarcastic, what are you going to say about Danza basically saying that he too had to alter his whole interview with Kelsey and he was questioned and told what to say and how to say it? Danza would take to his Instagram to say, quote, "In the spirit of recent public confessions, I'll place this on the record. In April 2024, I conducted the only interview with Kelsey Harris. Shortly after, I was apprehended for questioning. I was advised on what could be said publicly. I was urged to alter the presentation. The rollout was no longer mine alone. For weeks, I operated under guidance. Silence was encouraged. Adjustments were expected. No one owns my voice, but pressure is real. And pressure leaves fingerprints. Hopefully more people come forward to bring the truth to light." And he captioned it saying that it's been 2 years and he haven't said a word, but Vlad TV made me feel like it's important to speak up. Now here's the thing, y'all. I respect the man for coming out and saying the truth, but what I can't respect is someone who lied to push a narrative, resulting in someone going to jail knowing that something ain't right. So yeah, coming out and saying something went down is cool, but why be quiet for 2 years knowing this man is in jail because of lies? Seem like everyone's morals come with a price tag these days. And that what makes you wonder, how many other people had this happen to? How many other bloggers or journalists were paid to push a narrative or had to alter their content and say or do certain things against their will? All because an agenda is being pushed. I'm also mad at the public for accepting the foolishness as well. The world got to see that she was lying in 4K. From the stories being told changing every other day, the doctor saying that she wasn't shot and saying that basically it was glass fragments, to her posting a picture of the injury and then taking it down once people started saying it didn't look like a bullet wound, to the witness who's seen everything openly say that it wasn't Tory that shot her and said that the two women were arguing, to Kylie Jenner not testifying or saying anything despite it being her party everything started at and she was actually there, to Meg's story in court not even matching her defense team's story, to Kelsey pleading the fifth, then Meg claiming she was shot, but then we see her not even a month after doing the video and twerking with Cardi B. I go on forever, but the sad part of it all is that people seen all the evidence of this case not even making sense and still acted like Tory was the bad guy, which all of this came from a higher order, where Tory may have pissed some people off, whether it was not signing a deal or threatening to expose Interscope, and next thing you know, all of this happened. But see, people would see this and just focus on Tory and Meg, but how I see it is, how many artists have this happen to that we didn't know about in the past? Who else was framed? Who else had false narratives put on their name when it wasn't true and media was paid off to push an agenda to make them look guilty when it really wasn't true? Malcolm X said America has one of the most deadliest weapons. It's not a bomb or a firearm, it's the media. They can make an innocent man appear guilty and a guilty man appear innocent. That's exactly what went on here. Now, before we end the video, remember when Bobby Shmurda said this.
The fucking blackboard. These you got niggas like in the whole labels, like motherfucking Rock Nation, the other motherfuckers. These niggas hiring all the hackers. These niggas hiring all the fucking hackers. They got all the hacked. It's like, this is a new generation, bro. I'm 28 years old, born in 1994. What the fuck is going on? This is like the generation of the nerds. I swear to God, it's like the generation of the nerds, bro. They making whoever they want lit, lying, this and that. I don't want to be a rapper, bro. I'm not labeled as a rapper. If that's what's called a rapper, I do not want to be a rapper, bro. I do not want to know. I'm just a lit that get money, run around. I'm just that's it.
Well, clearly, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and we know something ain't right. People going to believe whatever they want at the end of the day, so it's no use in trying to convince them of anything. It just is what it is. But as I always say, just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean that it don't exist. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'm going to keep on dropping. And I'm out.